Hello. You may notice I have a pot of KFC on my head. I don't have a mouse, so I can't make it any bigger. You can't make it, because I was gonna have it like, oh look, I'm holding a pot of KFC, but I can't make it any bigger without like an actual physical mouse. I just have a laptop, so yeah, no scroll wheel to make it bigger. But tonight we play I Love You, Colonel Sanders. So just give me 2 seconds to boot up the game. I also have a custom cursor, so oh, come on. Yes, okay, game capture's got it. Nice. So yeah, from the moment you boot this game up, it is absolutely insane. I booted it up earlier just to test it, but I haven't actually started anything. So, hiya! I'm doing pretty well. I still have some of my KFC left to eat, because I bought KFC for dinner tonight in order to get in the mood for the game. So I got a boneless banquet and a barbecue wrap, and now I have some barbecue chicken bites left over. But if in case, I believe you guys can see my cursor. You should be able to see it. It's a chicken drumstick, because I thought that would be fitting. So I say let's get into this. Chicken. Oh yeah, the biscuits. In the UK, KFC doesn't do biscuits. Like American style biscuits, which are kind of like, I guess, a savoury version of British scones. That's the closest comparison British people can really make. Let me just double check. Okay, I am slightly in the way of text. I don't think there's much I can do about that. It's better I be on this side than the other side. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Jesus Christ! Is that... Okay, that is not a normal chicken. That sounds exactly like those, like squeezy chickens, like chickens. Or you could wake up. Now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Throw that cock out the window and stay in bed forever. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Immediately got a game over. Let's try that again. I love when games do stuff like that, where it's like you can just get a game over for the dumbest reason right at the beginning. I was like, well, we beat the game, guys. Okay, we've read this already. Ah, Jesus. Smack the clock. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wonder. Who will be there? What will you cook? What would you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. Let's daydream a bit. It's here, finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realise you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Oh god, the sound effects. Delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. As a British person, hearing that described as a biscuit is very strange, but whatever. Yikes! You're in such a hurry. In fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. Oh no. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Oh god, I smell. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Hi, Miriam. Miriam, your fingers are not fully drawn here. I know it's a stylistic choice, but she's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. No, I haven't had the chance. I've been busy all week. Unfortunately. Because I went to some research facilities on Thursday and Friday, and then the weekend I had my family visiting me, and I've had to do things like shopping, stuff like that. So yeah, I've just not had the chance yet. Yeah, I don't know if I'll have a chance until this weekend, to be honest, because I am still very busy this week. But I will definitely check it out. Good morning, Widget Belle. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with I'm not saying that full thing every time, but with university's famous 3-day only semesters, what the fuck? I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. The sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped her tooth practicing on a mannequin. I'm not really into gossip, so let's give her a pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yeah, I can. You can definitely believe it. Oh, yeah, Pikmin 4 has been out this whole time. It's just that because I've been on my trip, I've not had it with me. So, I go back home this weekend. Thank the Lord. Like, I have been really enjoying my trip. But it's going to be so nice to be back home. And because I miss my cat as well, and I'll have a TV again. But yeah, so once I'm back home this weekend, I'll be able to play it, because that's where my copy is right now. With my Pikmin phone holder that I can put my phone in to look at chat. Speaking of Pikmin, actually, me and my boyfriend made an impulse buy yesterday. Add image file. Hiya! So yeah, so me and my boyfriend impulse bought these. We bought these, we've pre-ordered them from Japan. They come out in November. And because we don't live together, what we're going to do is we're going to split them between us. And yeah, we're both very excited for these to arrive. They're so cute. And the bit that makes me love them the most is that they're probably life-size to Pikmin, which is amazing. Yeah, I'm getting number 1, 4, and 6. So yeah, those are the ones I'm having, and then my boyfriend is having 2, 3, and 5. They are amazing. So I ordered them off of Plaza Japan because compared to other websites, things just seem to work out cheaper on there with shipping and stuff like that. But I would encourage people to shop around and like basically just find the website that works out cheapest for them, and what I like to do is put things in my basket and then look at the shipping costs before, without checking out, without putting my card details in or whatever, just to see how much I could expect for the shipping, because with this, the shipping was... I bought something else, but the shipping ended up being about £30, which is a lot of money. But yeah, they are amazing. I love them. So I do think the red Pikmin looks like... Let me make the image bigger. Oh, you can't see me anymore. It's pop. Oh no. There. Okay. So yeah, look at how stretched the red Pikmin is. That's amazing. And this one, number 3, is the most grim one. Number 2 features the most different types of Pikmin. Unfortunately, purples, whites, ice, and glow Pikmin are nowhere to be seen, but I think these were created before Pikmin 4 announced those Pikmin. And then, yeah. And then this one's cute with the yellow Pikmin running away, and this one's just funny with the blue Pikmin. And then I love that for this one, they've used a light bulb as like the container, and then you've got the yellow Pikmin inside, like they're powering the light bulb. I love that. So yeah. So I ordered these, and then if anybody's curious as to what else I ordered, I mentioned this last week, and then I caved. I caved. I bought the Vaporeon. So that's what I bought alongside it. I ordered it from Japan. You can get these in the UK, but it just seems to never restock on the UK Pokemon Center website. So I ordered it from Japan. And funnily enough, I caught a shiny Vaporeon in Pokemon Violet today. This is the first time I've ever gone shiny hunting, and I got a shiny Vaporeon. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys can guess, but I do really like Vaporeon. Funnily enough, not my favourite evolution. Glaceon's my favourite, but I am a big Vaporeon fan. And I've looked at the reviews for this Vaporeon plush, and oh my god, it's massive. And yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to it. I think this is going to be delivered with the Pikmin figures, so I can expect those sometime around November, apparently. So, yay! Don't say it. Don't say it. You're gonna say the copy pasta, aren't you? Oh wow, it's really hard to see chat from there. There is no good place to put chat. Huh. Yeah, I don't know where to put chat here because it's like no good place. There could work, but then I've got you guys like on the text bar and the text could overlap. This is hard. I've forgotten what website I used for chat as well, and I don't... I want to... Yeah, I do have you guys in the top right. That's where I normally have you, like... Just... Yeah. I mean, I guess that works for now. But I want to quickly... Oh, what was it? Twitch chat website... I have no idea what I'm even looking for. This is absolutely not what I wanted to go on. This is all so confusing. I found the website before, but... Was it this? This is quite funny music. Right, see, I can go on the properties of chat. Let's see what happens if I paste that in my browser. That didn't work. What happens if I remove that part? Apparently I got it from Streamlabs. Log in with Twitch? There's so much going on here. I don't want to set up tipping, no thank you. I am fine with not having that. There's alert box. I've sorted out an alert box through Twitch. I just need chat, please. Please, I just need chat stuff. What if I look for chat on here? Chat box, is that it? What am I looking at? This is really confusing. I think I'm gonna leave this for now because this is super confusing and yeah, I'm gonna leave this for now. Right, let's get on with the game. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoon. No, not my custom engraved measuring spoons. They're engraved with hot pictures of the Colonel. It's Ashley! And she's definitely a white girl because look at how her name is spelled. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Widget Belle's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. That implies that she named herself. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's like, can we stop discussing my shins? Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van? He's just a cho-cho character. You rang. Oh, chat, I believe you are now currently on Van. Get those SpongeBob licks in while you can. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that the university would ever allow people like you to attend as students. He's a Chad. Yeah. Van the Man is very funny. Their name. He is very much a Chad though, I mean look at him. I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. Don't mess with him too much or he's gonna bring out his enemy stand. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. Who is this child? As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at this school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Widget Belle, so... Are you going to make me hold this door all day? A British person would never. We just sort of hold it, wait for them to go through, and then get annoyed if they don't say thanks. Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Yes, he's a good boy. He is indeed a very good boy. His name is Sprinkles. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of Uxal. I'm going to call it Uxal. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Uff! What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Look at those toe beans. Look at those paw pads. We touch the toe beans, and we respect the toe beans. And then we feed him chicken. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then, he walks in. The Colonel! I am smitten. He is the one. Daddy, Colonel Sanders. I'm so sorry. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! If it isn't my favourite student, Harland... Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence, please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be sweaty as sweats a lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. I have to really appreciate the artwork. It is very good in this. Who is that back there? Oh, are they doing derivatives? Oh god. Okay, there's some summation equation. Can I hide... Wait, settings. What's in the settings? Hell yeah, we're prioritizing quality. Because I'm pretty sure I can only have one of those TikTok ones. Oh god, it just gets visibly worse in quality. Okay, so it doesn't have a button to hide like the people so you can see the background, but they've literally... Okay, I don't know who made this asset of the classroom, like this drawing. It's very well made. Except for whatever is written on the board. For a start, who the hell is that? I don't know who that is. Probably someone important to KFC. And then, I've never seen that equation before. That one there is meant to be... It says it becomes f prime of x, which normally means that it becomes a derivative, but the brackets don't line up at all. And then, yeah, they didn't finish their bracketing. And then x equals dx over a of x? That doesn't really make sense. And then this second one appears to be a sine function. And then over here, I can't really make out what that is. But that there is summation. Yeah, so, long story short, from what I can tell, the equations on the board here are gibberish. Besides, when Widget Belle sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Oh god. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy howdy! Boy howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky Fry. Please use my handkerchief. You should not have that. Oh, Colonel. Oh, my Colonel. But we're in the middle of the classroom. We couldn't possibly do this here. This is so dumb. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. Don't look at me, Colonel. I am imperfect. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? I'm going to take the handkerchief. You stretch out your hand, and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful. Oh, he liked that. It's so beautiful. Seriously though, why did they make the Colonel hot? I'm not into older guys, but damn. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. I can imagine I have had some of that chicken today, and I still have just a pot of barbecue chicken bites left. Which I should probably eat, but... Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. How dare you! You are interrupting my moment with the Colonel. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. It's cursed in a good way. It's like this really funny, but they've made what seems to be an actually good game out of this. It's, why are there so many good meme visual novels that are just completely free? If there is more, I might play more like funny, free visual novels. And just make like a playlist of me playing through them on my YouTube or something. Because this is the second one I'm doing, so if we make this a series where it's just cursed free visual novels. But so far, last week's one with The Murder of Sonic and this week's one, they're both pretty good so far. Okay, I don't like how the teacher said there will be blood. 1, blood scares me. 2, this means we're all gonna cut ourselves. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. They don't give sporks anymore. This needs to be said, they don't give sporks anymore. Like, you used to get them with every meal. You'd get like this lovely plastic little spork. I don't care if they have to make them wooden to make them biodegradable. Just bring back the sporks. I want the sporks back. And it's actually really hard to eat this barbecue chicken with your fingers, by the way. You get in a huge mess. They used to give sporks in the UK, and they stopped it a couple years ago. I don't know if you can ask for one, or if they just don't do them anymore. But you would get them with every single meal, as well as, you know, that packet you get where it's got like a tissue. It would have like a salt packet in there, and it would have like the lemon wet wipe in there. Fun fact, it used to say alcohol free, and back when I was studying chemistry, I read through the ingredients. It actually did have alcohol in it. It was quite funny. And then my mother decided to take to Twitter about it. That was quite funny. That was a few years ago. But yeah, so they used to give sporks in the UK, and now they don't, and it makes me really sad. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss— Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter. Look at him, he's precious. Justice for Clank? Stop laughing at him. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Oh, he's smiling. Look at him. Also, how do the dials blink? That's kind of confusing. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. How do you know? How do you know? I'm meant to be taking multivitamins and I don't. How did you know? How did you know? You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Well, it's a KFC game, so I think it should be the chicken snack. Right? So let's do the chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favourite! Yay! Well. I think there might be some competition for new star student. We're bribing him to become the star student. Here, chicken. Yum, 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 yum. Good thing I chose a chicken drumstick as my custom mouse today. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy joy. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavours on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favourite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, Widget Belle, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Oh, no. Do we sit next to our best friend who we've known since we were literally babies? I think it has to be the Colonel. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thank you for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can, and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. Why have they just written out pie on the board? None of these things are related. Also, it's just a drawing of chicken. So it looks like, so they've got a right angle triangle, a summation series that they've got whatever this is, pi written to however many digits, and a bunch of equations that make no sense. He's serenading us. He's literally got tears in his eyes. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast! It's time for a pop quiz! Yay! A quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is travelling to point B and train B is travelling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely, looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? The spork, obviously. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? I feel like anything as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Your total score is perfect score. Yes. Wow. Be honest. Did you cheat? I did not. Well, I did watch a playthrough, but it was years ago when this first came out, and I literally remember nothing about it. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. We've impressed the Colonel! Yes! I know we just met, but I have to confess, your love for me? I think you have a beautiful brain. Colonel. My intelligence, my genius has finally been recognized. Oh my. Colonel, I think we're meant to be. He understands my genius. Hot diggity, Widget Belle. You just got some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Sounds good to me. Chicken. Oh, the barbecue smells really good. Hot. Seriously though. KFC. The gravy's great. Barbecue sauce is also really good with it. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, I'm nearly out of Coke. Well, I say Coke is Pepsi Max Cherry, but nah. Well, if someone does tell you you have a beautiful brain though, take the compliment. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Poor guy over here. The Colonel shows up and he just immediately gets ignored. And the Colonel was like visibly annoyed at him for interrupting him. But Shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shush. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this... Hey! Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. I agree, I'm going to have another bit of my chicken. This is why I bought KFC beforehand. I knew this would make me hungry. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that, because it's a secret. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. Aww. I'm so sorry to the artist who drew this, but you didn't fully fill in the fingers. I don't know if everybody can see that, but his fingers are slightly transparent. No. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick, but look at that face. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. A true gentleman, like Professor Layton. A true gentleman will never turn down a puzzle. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any. That face. I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. His face! Okay, the expressions in this are amazing. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing! Oh! Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension, the chicken dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. I'm gonna save. I can't save. Okay, I was gonna save. Swim towards the light. Somewhere, up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense, you become wrapped up in them. Unable to resist, you reach towards the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer, closer, until your fingertip connects with the end of everything. This is some Food Wars type shit. You are forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no Widget Belle now. There is only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. Try again. So where will this send me? I'll just have another bit of my barbecue KFC chicken in the meantime. Oh. Of course it loads right as I take a bite. Oh, I need to like... I have to hold it, okay. At least I can, like, forward it like this. I'm gonna say savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Something tells me that wasn't chicken. Yeah, it's been laced with some kind of drug. Hey, what's this white powder in the chicken? Don't question it. It's one of the 11 herbs and spices. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love for a man, for a flavor. Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. He's a gentleman, allowing me to speak first. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Oh, he was panicked. It was, don't question it. Totally nothing I procured illegally. How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. Look at the way he's got that stance. Why have they given him such a toned body? Like, he's so toned. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? Oh no, he doesn't like that. Look, he looks disgusted at me. I didn't want to do this. I just wanted to talk to him. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started, and we've got two more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. No! I didn't want this. I didn't want this. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, Colonel. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I don't know. I use he uses cocaine. I use something. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. It's like we're obsessed with the poor man. Don't stalk him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Yeah, if I was him, I'd be very worried that this random person I've just met and told my secret to is now following me around. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea. I don't think we should question his chicken recipe, but I don't want to be modest, so I'm going to neg him. You know, I've been thinking about your secret recipe. Of course you are. You don't simply forget a flavor combination like that. That's exactly right. No! This is not what I wanted to do. I stopped at a random fried chicken stand that chicken. Did you just compare? Yeah, no, of course he's disgusted. Well, yes, I did, but it was a really good stand, especially considering it was frozen flat. No! I didn't want to do this. I can't believe you'd say such a thing. How could you? Hey, it's breaking the fourth wall. Hey, Widget Belle, you saw that this game is called a dating sim, right? If that's your idea of dating, this is not the game for you. I just wanted to establish my dominance and say I'm good at cooking something else or something. I don't know. I just wanted to establish my dominance. Let's try again. In the meantime, let's take another bite of the Colonel's amazing chicken. It is really good though. But I don't think I should wow him with a big idea because he doesn't want to be criticised, so let's be modest this time. Ah, he liked that. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavours were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savoury and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Widget Belle. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. Ooh! We're getting on the Colonel's good side. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cookie. In a world... No, I can't do that voice. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. We get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. No, she's crying. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Widget Belle, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. I'm sorry, Miriam, but my love for the Colonel is just too strong. Hello, new partner. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? I'm pretty sure if you... Okay, this is like one thing I do remember. Which I think if you pick Pop, they end up dating. And I really want to try that. What if she fell in love with Clank? Nah, I don't think she'd fall in love with Clank. I'm gonna pick Pop. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. No, Clank. I'm sorry, Clank. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. He holds up a banana and, without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really? This kid? It's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Oh, alright you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare? No, you don't want anything fancy. Not seafood. Mashed potatoes and gravy. He liked that. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Hiya! We're seriously playing this game. And the Colonel seems to like us right now. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? My day's been pretty good. I've eaten some KFC. I've still got some to eat. I've got just some of my barbecue chicken bites left. I was playing Pokemon. I caught a shiny Vaporeon, so I was very, very happy about that. I've mostly just been relaxing today because I was super busy over the weekend and stuff. And like last week, Thursday, Friday, because I had to like go have a bunch of meetings, go to a research facility for that. So yeah, yeah, today's been good. It's been nice to relax and eat KFC to get me in the mood for playing this cursed but beautiful game. It's a blessed game. How was your day? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? What is this music? It's the JoJo time. Hey, thank you. Did someone call for me? Ugh, no, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Widget Belle's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? He's crying. Hey, it's honestly not been that hot where I am. It's been raining a lot on my trip. Like, a lot of rain. It's been kind of annoying because I packed for a heat wave and it's just been cold rain. What is this music? Oh my god. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Widget Belle was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders. Maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel, deep down, that we cast complementary shadows, we fit together like a thigh and a drumstick? It just makes sense. She has drumsticks on her thighs where her tights are. Nothing about this makes sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to the Colonel. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Widget Belle as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behaviour, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Widget Belle's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Those darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realise that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Oh, Colonel! Colonel, oh my! He's so dazzling. Colonel Sanders holds out a spork to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. I'm sorry. This game is so dumb. I'm so sorry. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Colonel! This game is amazing. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Why did I do this? I didn't select for her to do. Van, do something, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Widget Belle. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I has potatoes face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic! In just a few minutes I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle-axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Oh shit, I spat everywhere when I said that. Ew. Oh. Too late. It's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! What the fuck? Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you looked back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You noticed the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Widget Belle. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! This is amazing, this game. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our soul may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero! What the fuck? What am I looking at? What is it? I'm just gonna take a moment to eat some more of my chicken, because what the hell am I looking at? Oh my god, Scrunglebungus, you have joined at the worst time. Yeah, this guy literally just popped up out of nowhere. Well, I'm playing this because someone suggested it last week, because I thought it would be funny. I put it to vote and it won. Also, I'm eating KFC to go with it. I only have one piece of barbecue chicken left. Yeah, I don't know.
The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero.
You did this, Van Van. You did this to us. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. It's a pretty funny dating sim, to be honest. This has been hilarious so far.
Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax, oh, don't say syntax. As a programmer, that word brings me pain. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Let's cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I'm gonna slap him again. Oh, I decided to attack. Which attack will you use? I'm going to cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. I am okay. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Oh no, Spork Monster uses Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Let's defend. You decide to defend. Which defend will you use? Trepidation. You curl into a ball. I'm not cut out for this. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch. His shirt is coming undone. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured spork monster spews steam into the night. Oh, forget Mercy. Let's spare him. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. Oh, you only eat chicken tenders from chicken restaurants. That's fair, to be honest. Because, like, yeah, it's best to get chicken from a place that, like, specializes in it. Because I've found that if you tend to get chicken from anywhere that's, like, not a dedicated chicken place, then the chicken's usually way too dry. Especially if you get, like, char-grilled chicken or something. It's like, why is my chicken so dry? The only time it's not been is I was at a Wetherspoons and I ordered, like, half a chicken. Yeah, but is it a burger place that also specializes in chicken burgers? Because, like, if they do chicken burgers and they're a burger place, they probably are pretty good at doing normal chicken as well. But it was always going to be best from a dedicated chicken shop. But yeah, but yeah, chicken's pretty good though. I do really enjoy it. Unlike someone I know, who knows who they are, and they will not be watching this. My diet is not entirely chicken nuggets, but actually I've known multiple people throughout my life where their diet is entirely chicken nuggets, and it's kind of concerning. It's like, sure, I don't like vegetables, but at least I eat more than just chicken nuggets. I eat a lot of fruit, actually, so I might not eat a lot of vegetables, but I eat a lot of fruit. Fruit slaps. It's a book of magic spells with a gold chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko? That name sounds strangely familiar. There are certain ways I will eat vegetables, which I have been working recently to try and eat them more. Like, I do enjoy corn on the cob or corn off the cob. I like corn. It's corn, a big lump with knobs, blah blah blah. Yeah, I like corn. There was a very specific way I liked having carrots as a child, which they did this in my primary school, and I've never had carrots like it since. They shredded it really thin, and it made the carrots really sweet. It was really tasty. So I do enjoy carrots, potatoes, obviously, but I don't think I really count those as a proper vegetable because they're so starchy and it's mainly carbs. But the one thing I cannot stand is a fruit and not a vegetable, but I cannot stand tomatoes. Try mixing ground chicken with chopped veggies. Honestly, yeah, that's a good idea. Have you ever heard of a dish called Bubble and Squeak? It's very much a British thing. And you normally do it with leftovers from a roast dinner. So if you have like a big roast dinner, so what you do is you essentially mix it all together. So the stuffing, the potatoes, the veggies, the meat, everything. You cut it quite small and you mix it all together into kind of like its own version of stuffing, I guess. You don't want to cut it too small, but small enough. You could probably make it in a food processor, to be honest. Like, dump it all in a food processor, blend it up. But you don't want it to be... You don't want it to be, like, pasty. You still want it to be, like, crumbly and solid. Then you literally just, like, put it in, like, say, a Pyrex dish and bake it. It is so good. It is the only way I will eat Brussels sprouts. It is, honestly, it's so good. If you get the chance to try a Bubble and Squeak, do it. It is really nice. No. Good luck with your diet, and don't go too hard on it. Going too hard on a diet is more unhealthy for you than actually doing the diet. So yeah, if anybody out there is dieting, remember to take care of yourself whilst you're doing it. You don't want to lose too much weight at once. You don't want to eat too little. You need to at least get your bare minimum calories, okay? Take care of yourself. And yeah, so Bubble and Squeak is really tasty. I've had it with turkey and I've had it with chicken before, but it's normally made with the leftovers of a roast dinner. Sometimes you'll have sausage and bacon in there as well if you magically had leftover pigs in blankets. But normally I like to keep the pigs in blankets out of it. And I also like to stuff the Bubble and Squeak kind of like into Yorkshire puddings. So yeah, it's really tasty. I do suggest you try it if you get the chance. Oh god, rice and canned tuna? Every day? Is he at least like flavouring it? Steamed veggies and grilled chicken and some rice, it sounds pretty nice actually. I mean, I obviously struggle with the steamed veggies, but that does sound quite good. Something I tried recently, I got to try unagi eel at a Japanese restaurant. It's literally an underground Japanese restaurant I found. And yeah, that was tasty unagi eel. First time trying it. It's not something I'd go out of my way to eat, but yeah, it was quite nice. Most expensive thing in the restaurant, so it was like, hi, it's my first ever time here. I'm ordering your most expensive item. Oh, if he's making gains, I mean, if it's working, then that's good. If it's not chicken tenders or chicken burgers, then I don't eat chicken. I mean, that's fair, I think, because some people don't like roast chicken or, like, God forbid, boiled chicken, stuff like that. It's quite nice in dumplings, but to be fair, well, I say it's quite nice. I'm iffy with it in dumplings. I've only had it once nicely in dumplings. Reminds me of fish in a rice cake. Yes, that is iconic. Oh, I've got to get that up now. Come on, man. Right. You expect me not to bring that up when... Right, let me quickly get that showing on here. Add window capture, okay, yes, and then I need to put it lower because otherwise I can't see any of us. Well, I put it below my VTuber model and it's not, that's because, what is going on? Ah, it's the wrong window capture apparently. There we go. Here we are. Oh, I went on the wrong Google tab. Okay, here we are. This moment is so iconic. Fish and rice cakes.
The Mr. Cumbria competition in 2 weeks' time.
What are you about to pick now? Just my fish for me 12 o'clock meal with a rice cake.
In the run-up to any competition.
Thanks, it's a custom cursor. I got it specifically to play the KFC game.
I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 4 o'clock, just before I train, I'll have
Fish and a rice cake.
Train. I'll have me fish. I'll come home, have some more fish with a rice cake, and then have some fish before I go to bed. And then that's it.
That sounds so painful. Ah!
Danny wants to lose 2 stone.
That sounds like the most painful thing to ever go through. Just, I love fish. Fish and a rice cake. Fish. It could be worse. There's a more iconic moment of British television where a guy shoves an entire whisk in his mouth. If you guys get the... seriously? He was doing it for 2 weeks for a competition. He hates fish, and these days he swallows fucking nose. Damn. Nice. Gravy's pretty good. Gravy is pretty good. I like KFC gravy, and I like gravy with my roast dinners. However, I don't like when it makes everything soggy. So if I have gravy on a meal, I'll have it on the things that don't get soggy when they have gravy with them. Ah. Fish rice cakes guy now. Huh. Well, it's good to know he's doing well. Yeah, it could be worse. He could have shoved an entire whisk in his mouth of chocolate. But if people get the chance, trust me, watch iconic British television moments. Because it's so funny. Like, as a British person, I'm just here like, yep, that's pretty damn British. It's amazing. Especially the bit where a little girl goes up to Nigel Farage and she goes,
My mummy says you hate foreigners.
oh, the bit where that was hilarious. It's true though. He does hate them. He's a dick. Anyways, let's get back to KFC, shall we? We've been chatting for a while. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. Brit Telly as well. Soggy Jesus Christ! Oh god, I'm gonna show up on R34 now. I know I'm not on there yet, I'm gonna show up on there now. The moment you show up on R34 is the moment you know you've made it. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Why is he in my bedroom? The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall to sleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy! Yeah, what a guy! You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in. He's tucking us into bed. He's tucking us into bed. Good night, my Colonel. He probably heard that. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I knew it. I think I might like Pop. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories. Oh, that's not me. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? What was the rusty chainsaw? Was that the rusty chainsaw? Because that's me snoring into the mic. Not only that, but he found a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. Causes psychic damage to hear. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy. Like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Just saying. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? I knocked my mic, and I'm so sorry if you heard a scrape sound just then. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favour I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavour was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. It was opium. You get that from poppies, so that makes the most sense here. She cooked with opium. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. I'm gonna make up a fake ingredient. I don't want to be a dick. I mean, we need to think of the Colonel, right? We need to make sure he likes us, and he won't like us if we tell someone his secret. That's a joke. No, yeah, people do eat poppy seeds. It's just, there's like this thing where people are like, oh my god, eating poppy seeds can make you fail a drug test. Yeah, because poppies are where opium comes from. So like, of course eating poppy seeds would make you fail a drug test. Huh. Interesting. I mean, obviously you'd only actually get the druggy effects from eating, like, a crap ton of poppies, so... yeah. I doubt you guys get any hallucinations from eating poppy seed bread. Huh. That's actually really cool. Family bread swap. Yeah, that's really cool. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... it was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow! Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone, which you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. Eye of Newt is mustard seed, huh? That's funny. Why is he on a horse? Why is he on a horse? My little Colonel. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Run to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam... the horse is going to buck me or something. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. I knew it. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, Widget Belle, I am here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times, and that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Aw, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Leaning for a kiss. I'm just gonna compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Let's make a joke out of it. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school. I know. I can smell you. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals. You don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. Yeah, did they have to use Musk? They could have just said it's his scent. But no, Musk. Elon Musk. Elongated muskrat. Like... Okay, here's something really funny, right? So you know how, like, Elon Musk is trying to rebrand Twitter with that X symbol? So I have seen in person how scientists just arbitrarily choose symbols, because the professors that I'm working with, or the researchers I'm working with, they were like explaining some equations to me on a chalkboard in one of their offices, and we were like, okay, so there's this parameter X, and then another one went, make it the Twitter X. And they were like, sure, why not? Make it the Twitter X. So now that symbol to me is Twitter X. Which, yeah, so apparently just all research, if you don't know what to give a symbol, they just pick something at random. So then for the rest of the meeting, we just called it we just called this parameter Twitter X. It was really funny, but I was just sat there with my coffee like, yes, Twitter X. Trying not to laugh. It was great. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. He likes that. Colonel, I am injured. I am deformed. Look at me. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. It's the gibberish equations again! When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. You can't handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? I'm gonna tell him to stop acting immature. Because the Colonel does that, so you immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behaviour. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? Make that Empress you make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. I think that's pronounced panache. It doesn't hurt to use a little evil. I mean, that's not wrong. It doesn't hurt to use a little evil. But depends on if you're poisoning people. Don't poison people. You will get caught. And finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Hey, have a good night. No, by evil they mean... Oh no, I don't... Oh no. No. The number of drug references that have been in this stream so far is way more than we normally have. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who'd compound butter, if you know what I mean. Yeah, baby. None of you can see this, but I am doing the Snoop Dogg dance. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are a secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop into the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig in any further, you are interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzwomp.
Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
Yeah, he's some kind of robotic kitchen thing. We're not he's something. Womp womp. Womp womp. Who did it first, Shy Lily or Clank? Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it might be over for me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? You've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Lamau, do he dream of electric chicken? Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please, take your seats. I apologise for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog, Bentley. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy, down! Off toppin'! That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. I thought it was Professor Dog to us. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favourite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. He did indeed speak German. Well, I think that was German. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Widget Belle? Naturally, this appears to you to be a simple platter. Which item do you want to sample? I know, I want to know about the founding chicken. Sample the dog biscuit. Oh, nice. A message came through right as I clicked it. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talent, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favourite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. I never even got to taste it. Is this the end? You fade into darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster? Borka? What are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Oh, so I get a do-over. Is that meant to be a thing? Like, so instead of getting a game over, he can come in and give me a do-over? I guess a shimmering pepper? A brightly coloured pepper stands out from the other items. A Borko redemption arc. Yeah, Borko's the best character. I wish I could date him. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Don't clip that. A brightly coloured pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. I'm tripping balls again. Is this the 4th or 5th time I'm tripping balls in this game? Well, I'm going to use this as a chance to eat more chicken, because I'm on my last bit, and this one's got a lot of barbecue sauce on it. It tastes so good though. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, we'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You must. You feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time-competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics for these two is off the charts. You're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool, fool! Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Widget Belle. I'll be watching your performance.
The Colonel will be watching me. Ah! Macaroni with the chicken strips. Oh.
Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. For fuck's sake. Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Arroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself!
You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you feel like you can really impress him again? Here, it's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 100 degrees C. That's right, but how would you have gotten into this school without knowing that? When it gets to rub my furry belly, let that be enticing offer to motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you could. You don't know, but you have an idea. There's 11 spices. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tails wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavour? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you're a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. It'll be a great time to host it. So, where does it come from? That's right, this is your shot, you're not going to miss it. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong. No! Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Widget Belle. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders and his spoonfuls of gravy. Oh shit, what were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Arrgh. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. What do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry. Wedding vows. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? You're already struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colourful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd asks, yikes. Zubbed. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow apprentice utilised in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Widget Belle does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking and realise how serious your error was, you immediately shove your hand into the mixer dough before it's overmixed. Widget Belle, no! But you're not fast enough, your hand gets stuck, and it's immediately crushed by this quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now, this battle is over. It can't be, I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand, you simply can't go on.
Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Widget Belle's injury. Is it because I fucked up one question that it started going off the rails? You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavour that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Widget Belle to do the honour, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, sturdy hand.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within.
Inside you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée.
Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his moustache. I'm going to put myself in there. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Colonel Sanders recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement. It's also functional. I was saving that flavour for later. Shit. Please don't. Is it going to make me do that whole sequence again? Eat chicken. Ow. Oh no. Shit, I've got to do that whole thing again. Also, I have now finished my chicken. Right. Maybe I would lose anyway, but I can try and win this time. Shit. I was clicking in the wrong place. Gratitude. Small town. Bubbling. No? Okay, yeah, I guess I was going to... Okay, he's cheering us on. He's blowing us a kiss. We exchange wedding vows. I'm gonna... Okay, so my hand is injured again. Internalize the rage. Your rage burns so intensely with your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. The Colonel is horrified. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried eyebrow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You tried to hide from him, but he approached you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, oh god, his face, from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine, can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser, I'm not fit to fill your fryer, I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? I'm gonna put chick in his mouth. That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. Actual KFC law, I know. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. You survived, for a while anyhow. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labour or money could deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite from inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something terrible. I'd messed up the line. Let's start that one again. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you're prepared for the worst. It's the Spork Monster. Borko?
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student, until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic, so you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Widget Belle, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite! You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. It sounds like you're about to find out. Colonel! Oh my! We're in the Colonel's home! What is with that picture of him as a baby? He's still got his goatee and some chicken. And I'm pretty sure this one on the end here is a drawing of an actual picture of him. There's just a chicken statue there. Anyway, he's a nice house, damn. Stepping inside Santa's home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. There's a candle on the table. And something next to the candle. Is that a fried chicken scent? I can't see it very well. But damn, if that's actually fried chicken, then that's amazing. Oh wait, the fried chicken scent. That's a real Oh my god. I didn't know they did that. That's amazing. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. This is why I'm broke.com. That sounds like an amazing website. KFC fried chicken said, damn. Do you remember they were going to do the KF console? I don't think they ever released that in the end, but I really wish they did, because apparently it would have had like specs of most high-end gaming computers. I really wish they released the KF console in the end. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavours and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret just for you? Let's reveal it. He told us his secret. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Ugh! Why would I be making that? That's disgusting. That's so gross. I hate coleslaw. It's just sliced veggies and mayonnaise. That's so gross. Ew. Now I have to describe it like a thirst trap. I will not respect it. I will not respect coleslaw. And now I have to describe it like a thirst trap, and it's going to cause me physical damage. The shredded cabbage glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Suck it, I don't like coleslaw. I think it's gross. It's veggies and mayo, it's gross. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You gaze out the... Oh, apparently I clicked on the window. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of the student pops up. Okay, mayo does not make everything better. It is not very good. Like, I hate when they use way too much of it in sandwiches. The only time I've ever liked mayonnaise is in... Well, it is in sandwiches, but, like, it needs to be reserved somewhat. Like, don't replace butter with mayonnaise and have that kind of thing. But I do like it when it's, like, tuna mayo, because tuna can be dry. Tuna mayo, egg mayo, prawn mayo. I like those. But don't replace butter with mayo. That's gross. And mayo is a sauce? Ugh. Like, I'd rather have salad cream. Salad cream tastes really nice. It's made of exactly the same stuff, just the ratios are different, so it tastes different. So I'd rather have salad cream than mayo. Everything white and creamy, yeah? Mm-hmm. I forget if my model is able to do the eyebrow wiggle, so I'm going to check. Okay, it doesn't look like I have eyebrow wiggling. Instead it just makes her blink. That's quite funny. Okay, no, checking Alfredo is quite nice. That is good. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Well, you said everything white and creamy. So there's obviously things like milk, cream, like yogurt. And then there's the one, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm not a fan of coleslaw. I don't like it. I don't really like cabbage either, I've discovered recently. I just don't like it. Like I said, I really struggle with vegetables, but I love fruit. Are you thinking... Oh, sorry, I knocked my microphone again. I'm sorry if that was really loud. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. I'm tapping on the candle. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No! It's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... What's this? Is this a comb? It is a comb. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realise that the hair therein isn't just silvery in colour. It's actually made of spun silver. What? Chicken. Chickwan. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realise it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Oh. Colonel's opened his door to us. I'm gonna keep snooping in your room if you don't mind. You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and moustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumsticks that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. It's funny because he's old in these, where he's meant to be like fairly young and fit in this game. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. My favourite fruits are apples, strawberries, and mangoes. So, yeah. I think mangoes are S tier. And strawberries, A tier. Apples, I think, are A tier. Pineapple I've been getting into eating a lot recently. That it kind of hurts my gums, that one, because of how acidic it is. So I can't have too much of it at once. But, yeah, I really like pineapple as well. Oranges to me are C tier because I feel like they're the basis that everything should be based on. So yeah, fruit's pretty good. If I ever get to go to India, one of the things I will be trying is the mangoes. Because I've heard there's like a bunch of different kinds, whereas in the UK it's like, it's a mango. It's like the one kind of mango. tart and sweet. That's my favourite thing. I love sour things. Sour, sweet things. That's probably why I like apples as well. Funnily enough, my favourite kind of apple is the Cox apple. It's only in season for about 2 months here. But they're really nice, like genuinely addictive. Yeah, it's really tasty. The Cox apple, it's spelled C-O-X. It's spelled C-O-X, Cox apple. It's really nice. It's only in season for about 2 months here. So it's got a short time window of being in season, but it's really tasty. I wonder who my friend Pete is. I guess I should... This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. Oh shit, I don't think we should be doing this. Ah. Yeah, we've got loads of different kinds of apples here because they are native. So you've got pink ladies, red ladies, Granny Smith, Cox. What other types have we got? We've got loads of them. Yeah, so many I don't know all the names. Granny Smith is really tasty. But there is a specific type of green apple. I can't remember if it is Granny Smith's or what kind of green apple it is. It's unsafe to eat unless you've cooked it. So, yeah, it's a kind of cooking apple. Yeah, my favourite is definitely Cox apples, but I'm also a real big fan of green apples because Cox apples strike a really good balance between the tartness and the sweetness, whereas green apples are way more in on the tartness. Damn, why would you hate apples? Oh, speaking of fruit, I currently have an orange in my fridge, and I had an orange last night. Because when I walked into Sainsbury's, they've got this massive section of just oranges and citrus, mostly oranges. So as soon as you walk into Sainsbury's in the place that I'm currently staying, yeah, you just get punched in the face with the smell of oranges. I've not heard of a red delicious apple. What is this? Oh yeah, we have those here. They're fairly common here. I didn't know it was called a red delicious. Actually, they're a lot darker than the ones I'm used to seeing, but we do have them here. Yeah, they're not the best. They have like barely any flavour in them. What you want is something, at least a pink lady. Pink ladies tend to be quite small though. Or I believe there is a red lady. Yeah, you can get red ladies, which are like pink ladies, but they're red. There's cooking apples, which... Bramley, that's what it's called. It's a Bramley apple. You have to cook it. Huh. Yeah, there's loads of different kinds of apples, but... Oh, yeah, there's a thing here of them. Damn, we pretty much get all of those in the UK. Honeycrisp. Yeah, all of these we pretty much get. Yeah. Oh yeah, baked apples. I've tried making that before and it didn't go very well, but I want to try it again at some point. Back when I'm back home and I'm able to have all my cooking equipment. Alright, yeah, that's fair. Have a good night. Let's see. Good night. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Remember what? Popeyes is objectively bad. I've not had Popeyes. I've never had it. So yeah. I wouldn't know. Right, the door. Oh. Oh no. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. Nice double-breasted white jacket, by the way, sporting the same kind of thing here. Approved. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. Give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. I'll fess up and tell the truth. You confess. Oh, I didn't immediately think it would just be that. I thought it would just be, so your closet was open and I went in there and yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it would be that. No, it's just, I think I've developed feelings for you. Colonel Sanders. I think I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Widget Belle. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Shit, we stayed the night. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today's the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Yep, 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 yep. In some jurisdiction, yep, 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 isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Oh my god, he's actually putting cocaine in the chicken. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Chicken for breakfast? It could be worse. I mean, in Britain we have fry-ups, which are amazing, and you cannot convince me otherwise. They are wonderful. Yeah. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Oh, I want to take him down a peg. It's good, but my mum made better. Colonel Sanders' expression grows serious. Did your little jab land too hard? Colonel, I know what you're going to say. I need to be better if I'm going to leave my mark on this world. Oh no, I've upset him. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. Got worried that something bad had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're actually fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favourite shush house, but things quickly spiralled out of control. Did she just say shush house? As if that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to? And I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. What? We just broke up with our best friend over boys? When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with Sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There is a horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Widget Belle, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words. I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. I'm a shoujo protagonist. No, not shoujo, shonen. Yeah, shonen. I'm a shonen protagonist. Well, I guess this time it is shoujo. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Widget Belle, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Look at his face, he's just like, bitch, I don't care about you. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her?
But what about the flavour of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Widget Belle. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Widget Belle. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa! That's a book? It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of magic spells?
I don't know. I would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you try something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? It's okay, fine. It is drastic. But desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No, I mustn't. How could I forget about the Colonel?
Oh, my love.
You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. Just give him some homework as a snack. You reach into your backpack, grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliché, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My, Widget Belle, are you studying something with cinnamon? I have been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake making. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Widget Belle, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room.
I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you.
We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam.
Every time I blink, you go away again.
That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop?
I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me.
I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we stepped foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house.
Pop, we went on one date.
We're over.
And it meant so much to me that I made this for you.
Oh dear. That is disgusting. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his, creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the day of final school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead, the final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam? Are you okay? Okay! I'm so mad I can smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor.
How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise right through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me?
Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest, anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears away from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. The chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Widget Belle's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Widget Belle, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Talking dog. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually be happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Yes, fess up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than just visualizing. I know, my nose can smell pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. This music is great, okay. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Wait, is that like an American thing, like KFC having mac and cheese? We don't have that in England. We have rice boxes. Well, I don't know if you have that in America either, but it just sounds like American KFC has so much more stuff on the menu. To be fair, it is American, like it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? But still, bring some of it to the UK. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, that he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken, which is trademarked. The intensity of the room starts at full. There is a grammatical mistake in my free KFC visual novel. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. This is very Food Wars. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. You're a wizard, Colonel. Egg wash. Huh. Yeah, we can get cheese in the burgers, but that's like it. Oh, and we can get cheese in the wraps as well, but that's it. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Basta Blaster! Or Baster Blaster, I guess that would be. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries. I almost read that as Ashley scoops her panties off the tray with lightning speed, and for a moment I was very concerned. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. She has a knife. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? I'm going to say do it the hard way, because the Colonel will respect us more. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Widget Belle. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Widget Belle, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. Where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles began to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. For God's sake.
It is I, Steve, the spork monster.
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Well, I'm not going to drop out now. You summon extra power from deep within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. What? My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Widget Belle, you are the chosen one, and you will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except for turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Widget Belle. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting, if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, is the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying!
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess. Did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear his signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess I'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup.
That is minuscule. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, Chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+! Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a big hug.
Thank you, Widget Belle, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-honed urchin shell, topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of sea urchin with spines from a second different coloured type of sea urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pour at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Ruff! Ruff! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in. Tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this. It keeps perking my tongue. Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events! Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles would make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour?
Don't discount simplicity.
This isn't the last time you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog, and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by a sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Widget Belle?
Hello. You're lucky we haven't finished yet. We are nearing the end of the game, but there's been a lot of funny moments in this one. There's been a lot of funny moments in this one. I definitely recommend going back and watching the VOD because this one has been very, very funny.
I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you!
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me, either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a little drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Ow, 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 ow. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, we get to see them in casual clothes. Nice. Van still looking like a JoJo character. Or a Bucky character. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation is clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together... It's the Spork Monster! He is totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name. Party Monster!
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up in talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honour of educating the son of the Chancellor such and such.
Miriam, will you be my Lady King?
What an incredible turn of events! An offer to join the royal family! It sounds like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure he knows. But either way, crowns and gowns, baby!
I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life.
A twist on a twist! So many more three-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze.
Okie dokie.
The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Oh my, the Colonel, in casual clothes, hummin'. Just like the day you first met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal, like the Colonel himself. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Exactly, Silver Fox, ooh la la. The end? Oh, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Widget Belle, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. Oh, I keep knocking my microphone today. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spiky mask, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Widget Belle. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing with him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Widget Belle, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. We did it. The Colonel loves us. Oh, and it just kicks you right back to the title screen. Huh. Oh god, it's this again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are multiple endings. I mean, I know I got a lot of the dead ends during this. But yeah, I'm sure there are multiple endings. This game was so ridiculous. I wonder if there's... No, there isn't a way to see the... It is. Actually, the drawings in this are really good. There's credits here. Let's look at the credits. Here's the credits. It's... Oh, I've got to lean that way. Okay. There, you can see the credits there. KFC, more like I'm a KF simp. I might name that the title of the video, KFC, more like KF simping for Colonel Sanders. Or just KF simping for Colonel Sanders. Anyways, this has been incredibly trippy and a wild ride. I would honestly not mind if you guys want me to play more really dumb visual novels in the future, like this one, like the one we did last week for Sonic. Preferably free. But I'm sure there's loads of like dumb free visual novels out there, so maybe I'll take a look. I don't know if there are any, then I don't know, I guess comment somewhere. Well, it's not really a vacation, it's more of a research trip, because I've had, like, especially last week, I was quite busy. Over the weekend, I was quite busy talking to researchers. So, yeah, I've been on a work trip, basically. I have gotten to spend a lot of time doing, like, my own thing, exploring, doing stuff like that. So I've been able to spend a lot of time relaxing. But, yeah, it's a research trip, so... Yeah, but it turns out that my research project, because it's like something quite complicated, it's going to take quite a while, so even once the trip itself is over, I'm still going to be in contact with the researchers to work on the project, but this is very, very exciting for me. Yeah, part of the reason my VTuber model is a scientist is because in real life I am a scientist, I'm a physicist. So I study things like black holes and gravity and relativity. So yeah, it's very exciting for me. But yeah, so if you guys ever get curious or anything, by the way, like during streams or something, just like ask me a question and I'll be happy to answer it. Like if you ever get curious about like things in physics, stuff like that. I'm not an expert, I haven't yet finished my degree, but I'd be happy to answer any questions that I can. Can you make me feel dumb? Depends what you want to know. How about something even I don't understand? Just look up something called Fourier transforms. Even I don't get that. It's really complicated. Nice. Sure. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this stream. And next week, I'm going to be back home, so we have a few different options for what we can do. We can keep doing like this variety stuff where I'm doing something different every week. I could go back to Paper Mario and finish that off, or I'm going to have my Switch on me and my capture card, so we could play Pikmin 4. So we've got quite a few options for what we can do. So I will do what I normally do and post a poll on my YouTube. And I'm very excited to play Pikmin. I'm still working through editing the Pikmin 4 stream because I've been so busy. Because the next lot of shorts that I'm going to upload are going to be from the Pikmin 4 stream, and it's going to go back to the Pikmin 2 streams, and then... Yeah, I'm way behind on editing shorts. Like multiple streams behind. Anyway. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so we will see what we end up doing next week, because obviously everything is uncertain right now. But anyways, this game has been incredibly insane, and it's been amazing to play, and I'm very glad we did play it, even if it was completely crazy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to keep an eye on my YouTube channel for any polls, and I will see you guys next week. Bye bye!